Hello, everybody. Laura back again. And how are we doing today? I do want you to know that my pattern is still 40% off till tomorrow. Okay, give me a second. Today, it ends tonight, and it's 40 percentage sign, small o, small f, small f. And that's what you type in as the coupon code. And it ends tonight at, I believe it's 11:59. And I want you to know my stitch markers are on Amber Allen's website. That's fosteringyarn.com because I kept saying the wrong one. So I finally got it fixed. Thanks, Amber. And if you weren't around on Sunday or didn't watch the Sunday Live yet with myself and Amber, uh, my first set of stitch markers did sell off of her site, and I will be getting those to the post office tomorrow or the next day. I only have a couple of times a week that I get out of the house. So there are other times I can if I need to. Just explaining, sorry. I have the cat in here with me. She decided she didn't want to leave. Looks like she scratched her eye recently. She just sits in a really loving mood for some reason that I don't understand. She just jumped out of my lap. So I want to thank you if you're watching live, and I want to thank you if you're watching um, um, playback. Sorry, I can't think of the right word. Hey, Kay, glad to see you, sweetie. Oh my goodness, my phone is ringing. And I know who that was, so I'll have to call her back later. um, let's see. I already said that. Oh, my 250 giveaway video is up. It's got, I don't even remember how many comments on it now. And that's the one you need to comment on to get in on winning the prize package. It's one that I show you the prize package as well. I'm at 177 now, so moving up there. I've gained over 20. So, and I thought I had my phone turned off so that it wouldn't ring. And now I have to make sure that I do. So, there we go. Okay. So, I got water in my cup. I got the same things on my needles. I am very, very, very close to finishing my daughter's blanket. I need, I think, 4 more rows. Oh, showing you the back side. Showing you the bad side, the side with all the strings. And this is just the top, the 8 inches of the outside edging. That's all moss stitch. And I think I said 4 rows, yeah. So I'm finally going to get that thing done. I don't know how many years I've been working on it, but it's not as bad as the quilt that I'm making her that I'm still working on. I started that one in 2005. I'm thinking I'll probably try to finish that this summer so that I can get that to her the next time I see her. Thanks, Kay. I think it's pretty too. It's it's very eye-catching. I love bright colors, and there's even some pastels in that blanket, but they set each other off so well, except when places where they didn't, and I clipped the string and put a different color in, and then used that color later when I was working on the top. I love the colors too, but I love color, and that's why it was so hard growing up wearing blue jeans, and then my school colors were blue and gold, blue and white and gold. The girls never got gold on their uniforms. It was always the boys that got the gold. The girls' uniforms were blue and white, and I believe that was our home color, and then white with blue lettering was the away color. And it seemed like I wore the away shirts way more than I wore the home shirts. And I was in basketball, in case you guys didn't know that. Um, but yeah, growing up wearing 501 button fly jeans and wearing blue basketball jerseys and blue shorts, and I guess my high tops were white. Anyway, it really gave me a love of color. I wanted to put a rainbow on my bedroom wall. That never happened. Last I knew, I don't even have a wall on that where I wanted to put a rainbow yet. Oh, he's on this side. I don't know if you can see my rainbow unicorn. It's one of those popper things, but it was rainbow unicorn, so I wanted it. I'm slowly filling my space with things that I love, besides yarn. I got my Mickey and Minnie cups from my husband's and my honeymoon. Hi, Lisa the Grammy Scattered. Thanks for showing up. Okay, thought you could because I can see it in my screen. If I change the position, it goes bye bye. So hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining us because Kay's here. Um, well, let's see. Oh, I did a little bit on I must have left it in the other room. I did a little bit more on my sweater. It's coming along one row at a time because I don't spend very much time on it. I'm trying to spend as much time as possible on my daughter's blanket because going all the way around that thing takes time. It really takes time. It's a quick, easy stitch, but it still takes time to go all the way around that blanket. I'm coming, excuse me, I gotta get a drink. I am coming along, of course, slowly because this is my when I have time for something else for my mosaic. The pattern is coming along so well that I can pretty much look at the first repeat of the pattern and then just go from there. It because it's showing itself so well, I can tell exactly where I need to go now. And I haven't even done an entire repeat lengthwise yet. I didn't say that right. Anyway, this is width. So lengthwise, I haven't done an entire repeat yet. Thank you, Kay. And you probably can't really tell, but there is sparkle in that purple. Yep, not enough light showing on it. Oh, I see a little bit right there. But yes, it's coming along. It's easier. Like I said, it's easier now that there's some patterns showing up. My brain can pick up quicker on the placement of the stitches for the next row. No, I said that already. I got my winnings. I haven't opened it yet. I was going to do it in a separate video. I still want to do it in a separate video. But Distinctive Crochet, Priscilla, I got my winnings. Yeah, I finally could tell that just enough light was hitting it to see the sparkle. Priscilla from Distinctive Crochet, I had won, and I got her emailed, and so she went ahead and sent that out, and it finally made it here, and I want to do it in its own video because she deserves that. I already read my happy mail from Amber. I do have a couple more videos that I need to make this week. I'm working on the V-stitch, so that'll go in my stitch book. That'll go in my stitch book playlist, sorry, of the videos to go. Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Been trying to brainstorm on how to do things if I ever get monetized. Feels like it's taking a while, and yet I have to remind myself all the time, I just started this in December. So yeah, it's only 4 months old, early December. And sometimes it just feels like it's just taking too long. But things are going great with my pattern. I'm totally thrilled that OM Granny Square loves it so much that she's promoting it more than I ever could. But it was her pushing me to get that done that also got me thinking, I've got jewelry making skills. I can make stitch markers, even if I just put them in my giveaways, or send them as happy mail. I could at least give that back to the community. And I have spent some money on it again, and I don't think my husband's very happy about that, but he's trying. He's trying to help me, support me, not just financially, but support me in this endeavor that I've embarked upon. um, I'm trying to save money for a ball winder and a Swift. I've found, and very inexpensive. I mean, I could spend that much on one piece, but I can get 2 of them on Amazon. They're, like I said, they're very inexpensive. A very inexpensive set. I'm just gonna have to be really, really, really careful with them because all of their connections to the table are plastic. So even though I'd love to spend money on the Stanwood Swift or ball winder, I really could use it. And I sit here and I struggle with hanks of yarn, and I'm like, why didn't I just order it? Anyway, um, I've been saving my ball wraps. Hi, Sue. Thanks for coming in. Been saving my ball wraps. I can't think of the right word. My yarn labels. So at the end of the year, I'll know how much I've used. I thought that was a cool idea. I just don't have them. I have them all in one spot, but they're still loose. I think I need to flatten them and put them in something. But anyway, I thought that was a cool idea, so I'm doing that. Oh, I thought I had used all this yarn up, but I found this yarn from the 1980s, and I made a blanket out of it. Well, out of these colors. Okay, I made a blanket. It's one of the ripples with the granny square with the ripple. Anyway, I found this yarn in a drawer. I thought I'd used all the yarn up. So I found this part that I had done started as a scarf, and tied knots in all of the ends, stuck them inside, and then I went around the outside, and it's kind of big for a single pot holder, but the way we put things on the table, on the dining room table, I thought it would be just about right. But I still have some of the yarn left over from that first blanket. This is how old it is. Lee Ward's. My mother and my grandmother put the money together between the two of them so that I could have all the yarn I needed and a pattern to make my first blanket, which I still need to put the ends in. I probably should save some of this yarn in case the bugs have eaten holes in it too. But I thought you guys might be interested. Lee Ward's. Hi, Ola Joe. This one lost its wrapper. But I thought I would go around this one or two more times with the other colors so that the outside color isn't that really light pink. That just making it a little bit bigger to be better not placemat. Hot pad, pot holder, pan holder. Sometimes my brain just does not click on what I'm trying to say. So thought you guys might be interested in that one. Sorry about the squeak. My chair, I think, needs to be oiled. There it goes again. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Andrea, why is it I can never remember your name? Thank you, Andrea. Thanks for dropping in. And thanks for entering my giveaway and sharing my video. I appreciate everybody's help. Okay, well, let's see. I'm almost done with my poncho. I've worked on it a couple of times. I usually just take this one in the car. It's getting there. I got to finish going around, and I think it's almost long enough. Let's see here. Up on the arm. Yeah, it's almost long enough. So I should be able to get it finished without having to get a third giant skein of yarn. So anyway, that purple ombre, I love it. But purple's my favorite color. And of course I love rainbows too, but Lisa, I got a 10-ounce ball winder on Amazon for about $35, and it's $22.09 today. Is metal and works great. Ooh, because I was looking at some last night and I couldn't find it for under about $35. I'll have to look a little harder. Thank you, Lisa. Because I found a set where I could get the small 4-ounce ball winder that's got the plastic pieces and a plastic umbrella swift. It's got plastic pieces where they hold under the table, and that's of course the first thing that breaks because you're trying to get it tight. It's still wobbling. You're trying to get it tight. Crack. Been there, done that. Not with the ball winder and swift, but with other things that attach to tables. So yeah, thank you, Lisa. I'll have to look a little harder and see if I can find that. I've got to get my money moved over from excuse me, PayPal from all the patterns that have been bought. And that still blows me away. Ursula just loves my pattern so much. I'm working on some more, but right now they're just rattling around in my head while I try to get my daughter's blanket finished. I'm hoping that she'll actually get to graduate. in May, but I don't know. Haven't heard anything from her about whether or not she's got that set up. You know, if it's August, it's August. I mean, she's working a job now. She's working a full-time job. She's living in a different state. Her boyfriend moved with her. They took both the cats. Um, so, and she's got, I think she's got some other grad students in the psychology department at her school, working on the rest of the information and sending it on to her so that she can actually put it into the graphs and stuff that she needs to get finished for her dissertation. I thought she was closer to done than she is, but oh well. You know, if it's August, I might have her quilt done by then too. But I am bound and determined I'm going to have this crocheted knit combo blanket done. Um, well, I think I have 4 rows left, so hopefully 4 more days I'll have that part done. I'll measure it again. I'll keep measuring it until it's as big as I thought I needed it to be. Then I'll measure the whole thing on the bed to see how big it actually shows up. And I think I'm just going to call it done though and just put all those ends in. Just sit here in my chair and weave in all those ends and then call it done. That way I have the time to work on her quilt, which I started in 2005. So it's actually older. I've actually been working on it for a lot longer than her blanket, which I decided to turn into a king size. So, okay, I've about filled up my time. Isn't that great? I tried hard too. Is there any other notes that I had? I can't think of anything else. Okay, if you got any questions, because it looks like it's Kay and Lisa. I was hoping somebody would show up today. Oh, and Nisi's here. And you know, I copied the link and forgot to put it out there. And Daphne's Crafts and More. All right. Thank you, ladies. Well, I guess I can put the link out there now. I've got my headphones on, so if somebody wants to come up, I put the link in the chat. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. Oops. Okay, I can't remember how to do it. I lost my train of thought again. Made a bunch of stitch markers the other night, but those are so hard to show on the computer. It's easier to do slideshows or whatever. Of the slideshow videos, I mean, of those. Take pictures and... Nisi's coming up. Hello, Nisi.
Hello.
How are you? I got it finally.
Warm. It's freaking cold up here in the mountains.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
Trying to finish the last few minutes of my live with nothing else to talk about. But I'm more than willing to stay on longer if people stick around. I didn't mean it that way. Yeah. Anyway.
I know what you mean. I mean, there's always, so long that you can practically talk to yourself sometimes. But
sometimes.
How
And
long do you
15,
normally go
20 minutes
live?
is about my limit. And I'm
Oh,
like,
10 minutes?
15, 20 minutes. Yep. And I'm like, okay, I
Well,
can't think of anything
then I'm
else.
lucky I caught you because I didn't see that you were live until you were already 20 minutes in.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with that. I learned how to put it
I
in
don't know.
StreamYard first
I've
so that
got
it
my
shows
bell
up on
rung.
YouTube.
Yeah, I got my bell rung, and well, it could be because I was hopping between
Oh,
platforms because I was posting pictures and stuff, and well,
okay.
and I was shopping too
Well,
as
yeah,
well.
I get that. I do that usually between 1:30 and 3 in the morning, laying in bed trying to go to sleep, and I can't.
Yeah, yeah. I actually tried to sleep last night. Otherwise, I would have done it last night, but I had to get the order in because the only place that had the yarn I was wanting and looking for as far as weight and um, fiber content was
Uh-huh.
Hobby Lobby, and I hated ordering through them because they kill you on shipping. But then I went to Hirschner's and saw their shipping and felt better about myself. So there you go. I'm like, well, Nisi could always be worse. It could always be worse. So,
The yarn I
um,
want for, Liz's Little Bit of Everything, mosaic,
uh,
I can't get it anywhere in town. Of course, I only have 2 stores too, but,
yeah,
Michael's and Hobby Lobby. But yeah, neither one of them sell it.
yeah, that's all we have here too. I say here, 45 minutes north of me.
Yeah,
Like
I
there
understand.
is no store where I live as
There
far as
wasn't when I
yarn.
was
There's
growing
no
up, so
yarn in the town where I live, except for people's houses. Um, oh, I'm excited though. So listen to this. I have to wait
okay.
until tomorrow because my husband took my bank card from me because he had to get gas for his truck. But in the next town over, I found out there's a local yarn store in the next town over.
Oh, you're the
Niece is
see,
gonna
I don't
make
even have one of those.
I'm gonna do a yarn what do they call it? A yarn crawl tomorrow. I'm gonna hit
Okay.
that one up, and then I'm gonna hit the other little one up in the town that my father-in-law lives in, and then I'll see if Stevensville has one too. And I'll try and see if they'll let me uh video while I'm in there.
Right.
You know, some stores are weird about that, but I'm
Yep.
figuring it's yarn. They're not going to care. If it was a grocery store, they may get weird about it, but it's yarn. It's free advertisement for their store.
Yep.
And one of the stores I'm going to accepts online orders. And you guys may want some local yarn that's made
There you
here
go.
in Hamilton and Crestview, Montana. A matter of fact, the yarn in Hamilton comes from the alpaca ranch, literally just down the road from our ranch. So
Oh,
y'all may want to get some of that. And they do online orders. So and I already got permission from the owner to film in her store. Um, so I know that one will be okay. I'm just not sure about the one in Crestview, but and then I went to Missoula, like I think it was like a month ago or so, and I was boohooing with you guys about it. I think it was on one of my lives that I tried to find the store, but you know the parking in Montana is really weird. Like they like to park people going out towards the road, so like you have this much space to drive between cars, and you're like, and I'm in this big Yukon, right?
oh my,
And I'm
yeah.
trying not to play bumper cars. And so between watching out for cars on both sides of me with oncoming traffic, I'm trying to find this little tiny store. I couldn't find it. I was like, I'll just go to Joann's. Well, I found a second local yarn store that should be a lot easier to get to if they're still
Ooh,
open.
yeah.
And so I gotta make a trip to the city. And then I found out from hubby, this is another reason why I need to make a trip to the city. We're getting a Hobby Lobby. I won't have to pay
Oh,
much. Well,
wow.
whether I pay shipping or I pay it in gas going to
I know.
Missoula. But see, it's more rewarding if I pay in gas because I can
You
go in
get to
my
touch it.
I can touch it. I can go when my son's in school and hubby's at work, so I can
Yep.
have just a mommy day to myself. I can hit up Hobby Lobby. I can hit up Joann's and Michael's and the Dollar Tree. I found out we have a Dollar Tree. Didn't know that. There's a Dollar Tree in Missoula. And then
Okay.
I can treat myself to like some food somewhere, like one of my favorite places to eat.
Mhm.
I'm like, I can make it a whole day thing. So I need to go there because you know how when they're getting ready to open up a new store. Ooh, we're getting a Chick-fil-A too. I'm really excited about that. Love me some Chick-fil-A. Um, but you know how when they get ready to build something, they put a sign out front and they tell you coming spring of 2000
Right.
whatever, or October of. Well, I need to go find where that sign is so I can see kind of when this store is this
Mhm.
marvelousness is going to happen. When is the grand opening? Because
Yep.
Niecy will be out there in her tent and her lawn chair for grand opening day, and I'll be the first one in that door. Because you
If
know
at
they're
all
gonna have
possible.
good deals on grand opening day. You know they are.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be the first one in line, y'all. I ain't kidding. I got my son, my boy's a Cub Scout. We got tents in our little shop there. We got tents and mat and what do you call those? Camping mats and
Yep.
chairs. Don't have me twisted. I'll be out there in my tent. I'll sleep in the Yukon. It's fine. I'll just blow up mattress and
Yep.
yes. My husband looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, you're coming with. We're gonna go Monday morning. He's like, no. I gotta figure this out. So at first he was excited to tell me we were getting a Hobby Lobby, but then he thought twice. He's like, oh, that's right. When we lived in Florida, anytime you went into Hobby Lobby, you didn't walk out of there without spending at least $100.
I know. And I'm on a very strict budget right now, so I
We are
know.
too. Yeah, we are too because I'm not working right now. I haven't been working going on 2 years now. Well, since we moved here, um, because of my medical condition, and I won't be going back to work until after my surgery and I recoup. So I may not even go back until after our son gets into 6th grade because we don't want him in daycare.
Right.
The
We made
choices
that
of
decision
daycares
too.
here are very slim to none.
They're
And
getting they're getting slim everywhere, I hear.
yeah, and I don't wanna hire someone that I completely do not know to come into my house and drive my son in their car from school all the way up here to where I'm not
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
So,
I understand.
yeah, I may not go back to work till after he hits middle school. We'll see. So, but yep,
Well,
very
I
exciting
understand.
stuff. This is the hat I just got done making.
It's really cool. I love
My
the
burst of
color too.
kindness. Can you see that? Look, it's my burst of kindness from
Oh,
Sania
yes,
Patterns.
yes, okay.
I love Sania. I love this pattern, and that's what I was shopping for. I was shopping for red and gold yarn because autism acceptance. We light it up gold, or we wear red instead. Those are the two campaign slogans that we go by because we're against wearing blue because we're against Autism Speaks. Um,
Okay.
So I'm making, and I asked Sunita, and she gave me the approval. I'm making autism acceptance hats using her burst of kindness pattern.
Very good.
Yes. And I got an extra embellishment to put on each hat as well that I ordered
Awesome.
from Etsy. So I'm so excited. But now I have to wait for the yarn to show up. It's going to take like 7 days.
Oh, I know.
It's worse than Christmas. Oh
And
my God.
and sadly, shipping is kinda slow around even the US
It is.
right
It's slow
now.
everywhere. Thank you, Daphne. Thank you. Sunita, y'all, let me tell you about Sunita. This girl is amazing. She's awesome sauce
Yes,
because
she is.
she stayed off and on throughout the day yesterday with me on Instagram private video, helping me through this hat making process. Because Nisi had a lot of questions. I'm a very needy
Oh,
crocheter. And she would say, okay, just da do this. And I'm like, I'm a
oh,
visual person. I can't help it. I see in pictures.
and
So I had to show her. I'm like, okay, so this stitch, I do this, and this stitch, and this stitch, and she's like, yes, I'm
okay.
like, okay, I got it. So yes, this girl has some patience, y'all. She has the patience of a boulder. Like she has a lot of patience.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so I hung out with Sunita a lot yesterday.
That's awesome.
She's a sweetheart. Um, let's see. I need to get some blue yarn, but I don't want to pay for shipping again today. So
Okay, the hat you've got on, is that a purple?
it it is,
I
and
thought so,
actually,
but it's kind of hard to tell.
so
And I'm
talk
like, I
about
love that color, and then I'm like, wait a minute, is that really purple?
it is. It's like let me see. What is the colorway on here? It's lilac,
Okay, okay,
special purple, right?
right.
So
Oh, my
my
favorite
mother
is the dark.
this is my father-in-law's and my mother-in-law's home, and she's passed away. She died
Okay,
of brain cancer. It started out as lung cancer, and it went through her whole body, and the brain cancer is what got her.
right.
Anyway, and she was a major crafter. Well, she was a woodworking artist and a quilter.
Okay,
I didn't know Mama crocheted and knitted until we moved here. And last week I was downstairs going through the drawers because I gotta get my craft room done, y'all. It's going on 2 years and I still got boxes down there. And
right.
so I was going through the drawers to just kind of see what was in them because I know my father-in-law didn't completely empty everything out. And I found yarn.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Now there's some yarn in there. I have no idea what it is, and I'll do a video tomorrow showing y'all what it is because I don't think I want it, but it's some really neat looking yarn. I just don't know what to do with it. I've never seen yarn like that before. Anyway, I found this red heart. Oh, I got it backwards. Red heart soft,
Yep.
full skein, not used. Laura, I was
Wow.
like, what? First of kindness.
Wow.
I'm using it. And here you go.
There
And
you
look at
go.
all that yarn I got left. So I
Yep.
can definitely make a flower for this hat.
Right.
I think I'm gonna put it like right like in the corner somewhere. I just gotta
Okay.
decide which flower I want to crochet.
Uh-huh.
So I got a couple pulled up that I can look at, but outside that, yeah, I was excited.
Yeah.
I think it's
Well,
some kind
I
of
was kind of excited when I found the yarn from my very first project in a drawer. I was like, I didn't know I had any more of this.
oh my gosh. Forgot about yarn. That's
Yeah.
treasure too. And
Yeah.
then there's some knitting needles down there. And I think there's a pair that's brand new in a package never opened. I'm not going to learn to knit.
Right.
I already know that. I kind of thought maybe I would want to, but I don't. I don't want to learn to knit.
It's okay.
Um, I love crochet too much, and the only thing I use knitting needles for, which I already have my own pair specifically for this use, is to make popcorn strand hair for Cabbage Patch Kids.
Right.
Um, And if you don't know what popcorn strands are, just Google popcorn Cabbage Patch Kid doll, and you'll see the hairstyle I'm talking about. And you
Okay.
use knitting needles to make those, and you stick them in styrofoam foam to keep the needles in place, and then you do your magic. That's the only thing I'm going to use them for, and I already have my own pair, so
Right.
I'm going to get these all the knitting needles that are down there out, and then I'm probably just going to give them away to somebody in our yarning community that might want them. Maybe I'll do a giveaway, um, and then have them shipped because they're just collecting dust sitting in this cabin, and I can't have that.
Right.
So that's probably and then along with the yarn that I know I'm definitely not going to use that's down there because I
Right.
think it's some kind of loop yarn. Loop. I've never seen this kind of yarn before.
I can't wait to see the video.
The color of it's beautiful, but I don't know what to do with it. So anyway, so that's what I got going on here.
Awesome, Nisi.
Kay's having her 1K party on April 10th. I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited for that. I'm gonna go and
Mm-hmm.
hang. I'm not gonna participate in the giveaway, but I'm just gonna go there and hang and party
Mm-hmm.
it up and support. Um, so I'm excited for that. We've had a lot of milestones the last couple of weeks in our
Yeah, we
community.
have.
It's exciting.
Yep.
Exciting. So what do you got going on over at your house? What kind of whips you got? I've got this dragon that I'm trying to get done.
I've seen your dragon plenty of times. He's awesome.
It's sitting and it's staring at me, and I know I need to work on it, but
I have 4 rows left on my daughter's blanket.
oh, 4 rows
4
left,
I thought I only had 2 to go, and then I measured.
and you have 4
It
you have
wasn't
4
it
more.
it
Don't
had
you hate
wasn't
when
long
that
enough.
happens? I had that happen to me with that baby blanket I made for our tenants up the road. I didn't think I was ever gonna get done. It felt like it was not growing.
Yeah. Well, I can see that this thing's growing all the time. The problem is that some of the yarn is just a little bit thin compared to some of the rest, and so when
Oh,
I
yeah.
use one of those thinner ones, it doesn't grow as fast. So,
Oh, I think my husband's home.
yeah, and I got to think
Alright.
about getting off, so
I do too, because hubby might wanna eat and might wanna actually talk to his wife, so I love you guys.
bye, Niecy.
Bye. Mwah.
Okay. That went a little over, but that's cool. It's always nice to hang with friends, and talking to myself just doesn't cut it some days, and today was one of those days. Bye. It's great to have Nisi on. Anyway, be safe. Love you. See you next time. Take care. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.